Hey, how's it going, guys? So let's talk about the Green Bay Packers versus Minnesota Viking game that happened earlier today. The big superstar on this one, Adrian Peterson, rushing over 200 yards against this Green Bay defense. I want to say the word amazing, but amazing just doesn't cut it anymore. The guy is phenomenal. The guy is just unstoppable. If he's not MVP by the end of this season, I'm going to be crying foul. Who in the hell can beat Adrian Peterson at this point? There's a lot of people right now giving hate to Christian Ponder. Don't get me wrong, I understand why. He's not making great decisions in the second half of the season. He just keeps throwing across his body. He's just not comfortable. He's definitely flustered. The guy is having a lot of issues. But let's be honest, for the most part, in general, he is a good quarterback. He's got the talent, he's got the athleticism, and his accuracy is not actually that bad. The real problem with Christian Ponder is the wide receivers. The depth at wide receiver there's nothing there. Sure, you have Percy Harvin, but he's injured right now, so obviously you cannot use him. And then you have Kyle Rudolph, a good wide receiver, but he's not a superstar. You can't rely on him for every single play. So basically, Christian Ponder has to rely on one man, and that is Adrian Peterson. And that's probably the big thing the Vikings need to work on, is that they need to get wide receivers. They need to get some depth there. The Vikings can do that. Christian Ponder may be able to get more completions and actually improve his stats. The Minnesota defense, the elements are there. There needs to be some work done. First of all, the secondary, they need to be beefed up just probably a little bit better, but for many years, the secondary has been a big issue, but now they're starting to get players who are making plays, and they just need a little bit more help. But the big problem with the defense is that they cannot finish their tackles. They can jump, they can run, they can play zone, they can play man. They have all this ability. The problem is they keep failing their tackles. There are many times in today's game where they were able to hit a Green Bay Packer, and yet the Green Bay Packer just didn't go down. He was able to stay up and keep going. And the fourth quarter really showed that when the Green Bay Packers went 11 minutes on one drive. How is that even possible? I bet you guys couldn't even do that with a Madden NFL game. If you do have a Madden NFL game, I triple dog dare you to try to repeat that. I bet nobody can do it. If you can do it, I want to see you put a video response to this video and show me and prove that you can do 11-minute drive. And now some people are saying, well, that's just good offense by the Green Bay Packers. Now don't get me wrong, the Packers have a good offense, but really this all falls on the Minnesota Viking defense. There were many missed tackles, many missed opportunities. The Green Bay offense has just been doing a great job, but the Green Bay defense on the rush was just absolutely terrible. This year, they have had some trouble, but when you face Adrian Peterson, it's a whole new ball game. And when Adrian Peterson rushes for over 200 yards against your defense, there needs to be a lot of work done. Last but not least, I gotta talk about Leslie Frazier. Mentally speaking, he is a great coach. He knows the plays. He's got the playbook that can win it all. The problem is, he lacks the fire, the passion that a coach needs to motivate his players. Whenever you see a Minnesota Viking player get a touchdown, this is what we see from him. What kind of victory is that? That's nothing. The guy has no fire inside. Adrian Peterson, Jared Allen, they are the leaders of the Minnesota Vikings. But on the sidelines and in the locker room, that falls on Leslie Frazier. The problem is, he's just not at the helm. He is a great strategist. He just doesn't have that fire inside of him to make his team believe in themselves so that they can do better. Next week, the Minnesota Vikings go back home to face the Chicago Bears, who lead the NFC North. And if the Vikings have any chance of getting back into the playoffs, they need to win everything from here on out. As I see it right now, the Minnesota Vikings, they're not going to be going to the playoffs, but they have made improvement this season. And that's what all the Minnesotans want to see, is improvement. They have made improvement, but there's a lot of work to be done.